Good morning. It is Thursday, March the 15th, 2019. There's a huge bullish move incoming for Bitcoin. The bears are in denial. The bottom is in. The bull market has started. And in this video, we are going to review the evidence. This is the 24 hours of Bitcoin. A quick look at our disclaimer. You can pause the video to read or click on the link in the description below. Let's jump right into the chart pattern that I took a screenshot for the cover of this video. This is the price of Bitcoin right now, zoomed into the one-day view just in the last few days of price action as we're watching to see if this candle is going to break higher. So in this video, we're going to review three things. A longer term look at the Bitcoin price versus the RSI against the on-balance volume and against the MACD indicator. Then we're going to finish up by looking at Bitcoin versus the rest of the markets, and the most telling thing about the overall bull market we'll finish up with at the end. So in this, we have sort of a divergence in the RSI that is a little better than the market, it seems, but it's not really that strong. So when I'm looking through the RSI, I'm looking for divergences. So if the RSI was much stronger than the price here, that would be good. Or if it was much weaker than the price, then that would be bearish. You know, it would give me an indicator one way or another. But on the 12-hour bars, it's not giving it to me. A little bit here on the when we're into the 4-hour bars, but still the RSI is not really helping me for how I use it and what I look for in the divergences in it. There are more ways to use the RSI, but for me, this one's not giving me any indicators that I'm looking for. The main thing I'm seeing is the big 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, this descending volume, along with the evidence of volume on the big candles to the upside. So we're not seeing the biggest volume on the downside anymore. Now we've switched and we're seeing the biggest volume on the upside candles. So when this candle breaks high, the volume's going to come in to follow along with it, is what the RSI is telling me. I remember a few videos ago, we were going over what was happening in the on-balance volume just before the big moves up last time. And we saw there was a long, slow trickle of on-balance volume, steady, positive on-balance volume. And we're starting to see that trickle now. So this is really good to be seeing that trickle continuing on as we're going through this chart pattern. That's a positive sign for me. If we zoom into the 1 month view, we still see positive, very little negative compared. Now we need to see stronger on balance positive volume. It's got to kick up. It's got to kick up in order to have this break higher. This is one of the requirements. And as we zoom in closer, we're starting to see that this is, in the shorter term, a much more positive volume than negative. So the more of this that we can monitor and see is going to verify our trading signal if it breaks above these levels. Many people are going to have trading signals when it breaks above these levels, so it's going to be pretty interesting to watch it go. People will have exit signals and people will have entrance signals. Now let's look at the MACD indicator where we've got the moving average crossover here and overall more and more positive as we go along. But it's not really giving us much indicator here. It's not splitting strongly, but it hasn't crossed over to the positive side yet either on the 1 day. Now we're looking for positive crossovers. This isn't quite done there yet on the 12 hour. So as this crosses over and this is breaking, they're all confirming each other. We can see the crossover and the pull away and the positive histogram as we get in closer now to the 4-hour bar. We can see that trend backed up by the on-balance volume change. We can see that shaping up here. And as we zoom in more, we can see that it started out right at this time where we had this big move here. That was actually a positive change. And we could see that switch over right away and positive histogram since then. So this is, now that it's accelerating, it's giving me a much stronger feeling that we are seeing something significant coming to the market right as we speak, actually, which is always fun to do. Now, the next thing we want to always review is how does Bitcoin look against the other markets, because they all move in tandem. And so the more we can see cohesive pattern across all of them, the more legitimate it is. So seeing Ethereum coming off these really important levels on a massive, massive triangle is key. That's just amazing. The more that comes off of that, the more bullish it is for everything. The more Bitcoin comes off of this, everything is more bullish. Same as Litecoin. If it breaks above these levels, it's very important. And this should be breaking above. As this is breaking the triangle, Ethereum is breaking the triangle, and Bitcoin is breaking above these levels. Watching to see what Stellar is doing. It's made quite a move. It could pull back a little bit and hesitate before deciding what to do next. It is up against support and resistance from the past. So overall, we're seeing these markets are also looking positive. But now for the real kicker. The real kicker is some of the studies that we do on the other channel. And this channel started out studying all the markets back in September, and we started color coding the markets according to our simple trading plan. You can go over to IntroToCryptos.ca and get a copy of that simple trading plan so that you would be able to follow along with this and use it. It really does work. It made me huge cash in the last bull runs, and it's going to again this bull run. Anyway. So in this study, this is where I know the bull market is here, and here's the evidence. What we did is color coded all of the markets. So if they're orange, it's like near fail. It's almost going down to new lows. If it's red, it's going down to new lows, and we don't want to buy it. Of course, it's still going down. If it's gray, it's neutral. It's in between the bottom formation. It's not going down lower. It's consolidating. It's not going higher. It's in between that 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Yellow are those that are alerts. They're coming up to, could be breaking that 1, 2, 3 bottom formation soon. This could be a trading signal soon. Green is something that might have been a trading signal on that day if you were trading it. And you can see as we go across time here in January, we're in late January 12th to February 20th here as we go across. There's a lot of red. There's a lot of orange. Very little green, very little yellow, lots of gray. And now let's go back all the way to Ardor and scroll down so that we are now looking from February 9th to March 14th from yesterday. And as we scroll across, look at the color change now where we are all green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Everything is an alert or already broken out of a bottom formation, already broken out of a bottom formation. So if we go to our cover page where we have the bull bear ratio, we can see that the bulls are right at the top and the bears are actually zero. There's actually 0 markets that are orange, a near fail, or red, a fail. Almost everything now is a hold or an alert. Very few are even neutral. So we've made that switch. The tide is coming in, and it's not just going to be for the altcoins. It's going to be for absolutely everything, and Bitcoin's going to lead it. And fortunately, we're doing it live right now. Let's zoom into the 1 minute bar. Wrong button. 1 minute bar. And where is my... This is always great fun to watch at the same time. So we're watching these massive, look at these candles, volume sticks coming in of buying into Bitcoin right now as we're watching. Phenomenal. This is a key breakout, I think, that we are seeing here. Let me zoom back. I always like the longer term perspective. I want to see it when it's breaking these key levels. When I'm zoomed right in, I can't see it properly. But when you're zoomed out, you can get an idea, especially when you're watching something like this and you're seeing all of these trades coming in real time. 1 second ago, somebody went short $500,000 worth. Anyway, that about wraps it up for today. I appreciate you guys tuning in, all the subscriptions lately. But before I go, I want to close off by inviting you to join our other channel as well, because we're going to have a very interesting live stream tonight. I'm pulling together, let me kill that music. Oops. I'm putting together a report on Binance price manipulation. Overnight, we saw yo-yo prices get decimated. Anybody who had a stop loss there lost all their yo-yo. And this isn't the only market that's been manipulated like this, and it appears to be a problem only on Binance. And I've got a report on that this evening, so be sure to head over there. I'll put a link in there is a link in the description below, and I'd be happy to see you there as well. Thanks for tuning in, Good luck in all of your Bitcoin trading. This is the fun days. Cheers.